Hello, everybody. I just want to let you know I have not graded your exams yet on I Never Sang for My Father. I should get those finished tomorrow. I still have some that are due in that have not turned them in yet, so I will grade them. You should have them, of course, before the weekend. But what we're going to do now is our last unit actually on theater and drama, and this is going to be on called The Third Man. This is a movie. Actually, it's a screenplay. You can try to find it on YouTube or see if you can find it, called The Third Man by Graham Greene, and it was written by Carol Reed. Produced by Carol Reed. So see if you can find it. It'll help you to understand a little bit of the history that goes on better. It was shot on location in Vienna in 1949, and it's generally considered to be one of the finest films ever made. Now, of course, it's black and white, so it's going to be a little different, but I would like to challenge you. I've been looking for it on YouTube. I've seen little pieces where I can get a snippet here and a snippet there, but it looks like I'm going to have to actually rent the movie. But I would like to try to watch it myself as well. I've read the play, but that's different. I want to see how they are different with each other. Now, Vienna is the capital. It's the largest city in the province in Austria, sorry. And again, it was during 1949. The city lies on both banks of the Danube River. It is an important port and a railroad center. In the introduction to the published film script, Andrew Sinclair writes that this film set a particular style for British films, a combination of realism of background and penetration of character, based on two qualities of the British wartime cinema: a feeling for documentary detail and social purpose. Okay, the style is in and of itself an expressionistic kind of cinema, which attempts to convey the inner experience through external means, such as stylized sets, lighting, and acting. As we did the play with I Never Got to Sing for My Father, the stage was one light and maybe one chair. So it's totally different now. We're going into the screenplay. And prior to that, we had Antigone, which was out in the arenas and things like that. So we're building, okay? After World War II, Austria was divided into zones of occupation: American, British, French, and Russian. The center of the city was under joint occupation and administration. This occupation ended in 1955. The peace treaty among five powers ratified on July 25th, 1955 was officially restored Austrian sovereignty. Now you may think, well, why are we going through all this history? This is English. It's not history class. Well, without history, as we've learned, hopefully, we don't have literature. And literature takes on a totally different meaning when we understand the society, what was going on during the social times and economics of those time periods. Greene worked closely with Carol Reed, the director, who made a number of changes as the film was shot and edited. The result of this collaboration was highly successful. The Third Man was named the best feature film at the 1949 International Film Festival at Cannes. Elements of screenplay makes use of plot, characterization, setting, and theme. The director's use of the camera corresponds to the writer's point of view. On stage, a screenplay looks different from the stage actual of a play. Instead of acts and scenes, they are divided into screenshots. So it could be a long shot, screenshot, or a short shot as well. It may or may not contain dialogue. How many times have we watched movies where there's no conversation for a little bit, but the film is constantly moving? So that would be considered a shot, even though there's no dialogue. A screenplay shot is often identified by its location and time. For example, a staircase and a lobby at night. That's how it's more described than Act 1, Scene 2, Line 3. The Third Man was shot in black and white. And it's very important that as we read this play, that you try and understand the social and economic conditions of a war-torn Austria. In epics, we read a lot about the hero. When we watch movies, we look for the hero. In The Third Man, we're introduced to a new thing called the anti-hero, which is a central character in a story or movie or drama who lacks conventional heroic attributes. So a couple of those things would be like, for example, in Pirates of the Caribbean with Jack Sparrow. He's kind of a hero, but he really doesn't have heroic features. Okay. And also, okay, that's just one example. I'm sorry. Today's heroic attributes would be like optimism, honesty, strength, confidence, courage, and virtue. Now, the last thing in closing I want to say is I want you to familiarize yourself with the filmmaking terms that are on page 688 of your book. It would be to your advantage to be familiar with those terms, to know them as you're reading the play and you come across those things. Okay? I want to wish everybody a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. I will get your test graded, I promise you. Hopefully tomorrow, all finished, but I have several tests going on right now. So have a great day, and I'll see you after a holiday.